Baijiu, also known as shaojiu or archaically as sorghum wine, is a Chinese alcoholic beverage made from grains. Báijiǔ literally translated means white alcohol or liquor and is a strong distilled spirit, generally between 40–60% alcohol by volume. Báijiǔ is a clear liquid usually distilled from fermented sorghum, although other grains may be used. Southern China versions may employ glutinous rice, while northern Chinese varieties may use wheat, barley, millet, or even Job's tears instead of sorghum. The jiuqu starter culture used in the production of Baijiu mash is usually made of pulverized wheat grains. Because of its clarity, Baijiu can appear similar to several other East Asian liquors, but it generally has a significantly higher alcohol content than, for example, Japanese shaojiu, or Korean soju. It is closer to vodka in strength and mouthfeel. History: Chinese liquor, which has been made for over 5,000 years, is characterized by a double semi-solid state fermentation using fungi as the main microbial starter for the saccharification. This is a typical feature of liquors produced in the Far East. The brewing of Chinese Baijiu mainly uses grain except for a few that use fruit. Serving: the Chinese traditionally serve Baijiu either warm or at room temperature in a small ceramic bottle. They then pour the Baijiu into small cups. Baijiu may be purchased as a set of items consisting of bottles of Baijiu, a small heater, and 4 to 6 small cups. The serving method and containers are similar to those used for sake and soju, though Baijiu differs significantly. Baijiu is generally sold in glass or ceramic bottles and consumed in shot glasses, much like vodka. It is traditional to drink Baijiu with food rather than on its own, though the latter is not uncommon. In 2007, a report in Time magazine mentioned integrating Baijiu into cocktails. Pricing: low grades of Baijiu can be quite inexpensive. A bottle of roughly 250 milliliters may be purchased for the same price as a can of beer. However, higher grades, which are often aged for many years, often have prices which are artificially manipulated due to the custom of gifting valuables. The highest grade of Wuliang retails for Kna 26,800 yen. Some popular varieties of Baijiu include Maotai, Kaoliang, Iguotu, Lutsu and Wuliang. Classification: unlike Huangjiu, which has a wide variety of classification methods, Baijiu are grouped primarily by their fragrance. Baijiu has a distinctive smell and taste that is highly valued in Chinese culinary culture. Connoisseurs of the beverage focus especially on its fragrance. Source fragrance: a highly fragrant distilled liquor of bold character, named for its similarity in flavor to Chinese fermented bean pastes and soy sauces. To the Western palate, source fragrance Baijiu can be quite challenging. It has large amounts of ester compounds, which in combination with the ethanol in the liquor, imparts a sharp solvent-like note. To the initiated, it is quite delicious and is considered the perfect complement for fine preserved and pickled foods. This class is also referred to as Mao-scented, after the best-known liquor of this class, Maotai. Thick fragrance: a class of distilled liquor that is sweet-tasting, unctuous in texture, and mellow, with a gentle lasting fragrance contributed by the high levels of esters, primarily ethyl acetate. Most liquors of this class are made using aspergillus-type starters. An example of this type of liquor is Wuliang from Yibin. Light fragrance: delicate, dry, and light, with a delectable mellow and clean mouthfeel. The flavors of this distilled liquor is contributed primarily by ethyl acetate and ethyl lactate. An example of this kind of liquor is Jiuqu from Shaanxi. Rice fragrance: the character of this class of liquor is exemplified by Baijiu distilled from rice, such as Sanhuaju from Guilin. This type of liquor has long history and is made using Rhizopus spp. Type starters. It has a clean mouthfeel and a slightly aromatic aroma, dominated by ethyl lactate with lesser flavor contributions by ethyl acetate. Honey fragrance: a class of distilled liquor with the fragrance of honey. Liquors of this class are subtle in flavor and sweet in taste. Layered fragrance: a class of distilled liquors that contain the characters of sauce, thick, and light fragrance Baijiu. As such, Liquors of this class vary widely in their aroma, mouthfeel, and dryness. An example of this type of liquor is Jiuqu from Fengshan County in Shaanxi. Types of Baijiu. Unflavored Yangyi. Yangyi dak was first made in the Sui and Tang dynasties. It began to flourish in the Ming and Qing dynasties, and was presented as tribute to Qing royals. After the founding of the country, the famous liquor was able to be enjoyed by citizens across the nation. Carrying on millennia of traditional craftsmanship, Yangyi dak uses only the highest quality sorghum as a base, and only the best wheat, barley and peas as high-temperature fermenting agents. Baijiu, this liquor dates back to the northern and southern dynasties. It is the original Chinese sorghum Baijiu. Alcohol content by volume, 63–65%. Jiuqu is a strong, clear distilled liquor. It is often inexpensive and thus particularly popular among blue-collar workers across northern and northeastern China. It is probably the most commonly drunk Baijiu in Beijing and is frequently associated with that city. Red Star is a popular brand. Luzu Laoye is one of the most popular liquors within China, with history extending over 400 years. It is famed for the quality of its distillation along with its unique aroma and mouthfeel, the latter of which is due to the unique clay used within the brewing environment, which infuses the spirit with the taste it is so renowned for. Caoliang is an old spelling for the Chinese word for a specific type of sorghum. The liquor originates from dazigai, first appearing in the Ming dynasty. Nowadays, Taiwan is a large producer of caoliang. Alcohol content by volume, 54–63%. Dakuju, originally from Sichuan, with 300 years of history. This liquor is made with sorghum and wheat and is fermented for a long time. Alcohol content by volume, 52%. Shaojiu and Sanjiu, two varieties of rice wine from the area of Zhejiang and Jiangxi, made by distilling twice and 3 times respectively. Alcohol content by volume, 32% and 38–39% respectively. Wuliang is a strong, aged distilled liquor produced in the city of Yibin in southern Sichuan. Its factory includes a liquor history museum on its grounds. Wuliang uses 5 grains as its raw material, hence the name 5-grain drink. The water which is used to brew Wuliang is from the middle of Min River. Aigi or sot is a clear distilled liquor made from spring water, sorghum, glutinous rice, and wheat. It is produced by the Hunan Aigi Liquor Company, Limited in the town of Zhu near Jizhou in the Xiangxi Tuja and Mui Autonomous Prefecture in the western part of Hunan. It ranges from 38% to 54% alcohol by volume. Gujing AE, GCJC in Gongzhou, lit. Tradition liqueur from well is a traditional Chinese liqueur made from water from a well in Bozhou, Anhui province. The history began in southern and northern dynasty. People lived in Bozhou found that there was an old well that produced very clean and sweet, so they started use the water to produce the tea and liqueur. Then, it was famous in ancient China so people contributed this liqueur to the king, Zailu who is the emperor of Han. It is produced by the Bozhou Gujing Liquor Company, Limited at Anhui province. It ranges from 38% to 50% alcohol by volume. Flavored Merikei Lucio, a variety of caoliang distilled with a special species of rose and crystal sugar. Alcohol content by volume, 54–55%. Maotai, this liquor has a production history of over 200 years, originally coming from the town of Maotai in Guizhou. It is made from wheat and sorghum with a unique distilling process that involves 7 iterations of the brewing cycle. This liquor became known to the world after winning a gold medal at the 1915 Panama Pacific Exposition in San Francisco, California. Mao Zedong served Maotai at state dinners during Richard Nixon's state visit to China, and Henry Kissinger once remarked to Deng Xiaoping that, if we drink enough Maotai, we can solve anything. Alcohol content by volume, 54–55%. Guotai is distilled 7 times to produce a crisp, clear flavor, that is perfect for any occasion. The authentic spirit is made from wheat and a special grain lush red sorghum which is meticulously cultivated in China unregistered trademark S agricultural heartland. Baijiu unregistered trademark S highest quality brand of Baijiu, uses an ancient Chinese distillation process, resulting in an exceptional handcrafted spirit that honors tradition. Osmanthus wine is a distilled liquor flavored with sweet osmanthus flowers. Its alcohol content is 17–18%. Jiuqu Baijiu, a variety of caojiu with a unique selection of Chinese herbal medicine added to the brew. Alcohol content by volume, 54–55%. Jiuqu Bingsa Yuzhao or Rulan Shao, a Cantonese rice liquor with over 100 years of history, made with steamed rice. After distillation, pork fat is stored with the liquor but removed before bottling. Its name probably derives from the brewing process. In Cantonese, jade is a homophone of meat, and bing means ice, which describes the appearance of the pork fat floating in the liquor. Cantonese rice wine breweries prospered in the Northern Song dynasty, when the Foshan area was exempted from alcohol tax. Alcohol content by volume, 30%. Sanhuajiu, photo a rice liquor made in Guilin with allegedly over a 1,000-year history. It is famous for the fragrant herbal addition, and the use of spring water from Mount Xiang in the region. Alcohol content by volume, 55–57%. Chu Ye Qing, this sweet liquor, produced in Shaanxi, is fenjiu brewed with a dozen or more selected Chinese herbal medicines. One of the ingredients is bamboo leaves, which gives the liquor a yellowish-green color and its name. Its alcohol content ranges between 38 and 46% by volume. Tameri Xiu is a Cantonese liquor produced in Xiaolin town near Zhongshan in Guangdong. It is made from rice wine, with added tamari flowers and crystal sugar syrup. Aged for more than 1 year. 30% alcohol by volume. Bailu Xiu, from Wuhan, this liquor is infused with Chinese medicinal herbs and sugar. Imperial Lotus White Xiu, this is a variety of caojiu infused with 20 medicinal herbs. It was first produced for the Chinese royal family in 1790. Shaojiu is a product of fairly recent origin. It consists of caojiu flavored with tea leaves and hawthorn berries. It is usually a light reddish-brown in color and varieties made with oolong, green, and black tea are available. Shaojiu is produced by several manufacturers, primarily in the Sichuan province. Although the strength differs according to the brand and variety, shaojiu ranges between 8% and 28% alcohol by volume. Jiuqu. See also: Chinese alcoholic beverages, wine in China, Huangjiu, Ogi, Sija. References. External links: Baijiu case study,